Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome to my channel. My name is Haley and I make videos about the books that I'm reading or the books that I should be reading and I'm putting off because that's usually how it goes. Today I'm going to be doing Nicole and her books Anti-Tbr Tag. So the whole premise of this book tag is books that I'm never going to read. Books that I have some issue with, books that are from problematic authors or are problematic in their own right. So your favorite book might be on this list. So if you're gonna get all upset because of that, I would recommend not watching this video. Question 1. A popular book everyone loves that you have no interest in reading. I have really no interest in reading Crave, which looks a lot like a Twilight knockoff. And really for that reason, it just looks really kind of dumb. And I would probably say the same thing about Twilight if I were 26 when I first picked up Twilight. So I don't think that's saying much. If I were 14, I'd probably pick up Crave and be like, holy shit, this is the best thing that I have ever read. Question 2 is a classic book or author you have no interest in reading. I really struggled with this one because I like classics, but I don't really have any interest in reading War and Peace. I have no interest in sitting down and picking up however many pages of War and Peace there are to read. It doesn't appeal to me at all. An author whose books you have no interest in reading. Pretty easy. Rainbow Rowell, who has been very well, this goes hand in hand with question 3.2, is a problematic author whose books you have no interest in reading, and that would be Rainbow Rowell. And there are more. I will never pick up another J.K. Rowling book. I just heard, because I'm not very, I don't pay attention as much to, book Twitter or drama like that, but, Jay Kristoff, I don't know what he's done, but in all of these videos that I've been watching, because I like to watch them before I make my own, his name has come up a lot, so now I need to go and research that, because I just started Illumine, and I'm like, oh shit. So yeah, there are Question 4 is an author you have read a couple of books from and have decided their books are not for you. I cannot remember her name, and I can't see it from this far away, but it's sitting right on my bookshelf. But the author of the Pretty Little Liars series, I really have no interest in reading. She has a new book coming out that I'm like, I just have no interest in. It's funny because when The Perfectionist came out, I was all over it. And now I'm like, Freeform managed to ruin Pretty Little Liars and The Perfectionist so much that I don't even want to read her books anymore. Because they're just going to adapt them and ruin them, and I'm just going to be mad. So what's the point? Question 5 is a genre you have no interest in or a genre you tried to get into and couldn't. I tend to say that contemporary romance kind of stuff is something that I have a hard time getting into or that I'm not really interested in, but then a new Sarah Dessen book comes out and I'm like, oh my god, this is the best thing I've ever read. I never want to read anything else but this book. So I don't know that I really have an answer for this because I always prove myself wrong in that aspect. But that's my go-to answer. Somehow I always end up reading those books and I always enjoy them. And I proved myself wrong. Question 6. A book you have bought but will never read. I don't know if this counts because I started it, but I have The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, and I'm just like, I attempt to read it and I get so bored. I'm like, I don't care about the villain's backstory. Like, it just, I don't care how Snow became evil enough to do all the shit that he did. Like, we could have had so many other stories. Like, so we could have had, like, I don't even, Senna could have had such a great background story. And did we get that? No. Like, we could have had a whole book about Senna's escapades. And we got President Snow jackassing around and deciding that because, spoiler alert, his girl wins the Hunger Games, he wants to then control the Hunger Games and watch people die for the rest of his life? What? Like, that's what dude gets out of it? No thanks. 7 is a series you have no interest in reading or a series you started and have DNF'd. I'm really bad about starting series and then not finishing them or coming back to them after like a year and a half. So I'm not totally sure. I guess technically I DNF'd the Blue Bloods series, but I still have an interest in going back and reading those. I have no interest in reading the Crave series. I think there's another book out. It just it doesn't spark joy. It does not spark joy. And that's, I mean, nothing is sparking joy these days. That's why I took a break from YouTube. You can see it in my face. I give a lot of things a try, though. Like, I will try my best to read things, even if I don't totally connect with them. Like, I want to, like, absorb them and learn new things, and I usually don't care. Like, I just want to read. The last question is a new release you have no interest in reading. And I can't think of a single book coming out that I have no interest in reading because I don't pay enough attention to new releases that I don't want to read. Like, I don't know what's coming out that I don't have plans to read. The next book that I can think of that's coming out is one that I'm going to read, and it's the sequel to All the Stars and Teeth. All the Tides of Fate, yeah. And that's like February of next year or something. If it's even that close. I don't even know when I do not pay attention to new releases that I don't have any plans of reading because I'm like, I'm not going to read it. I'm not looking forward to it. So I have no idea. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed, feel free to like, subscribe, and comment. It would mean so much to me. Bye.